So the main concern for this horse is going to be, it sounds like from the exam that was done, and these radiographs, is the right front foot. So he has a bit of a club foot, he's upright, but his sole is quite narrow, quite thin. So he doesn't have very much distance between the bottom of P3, the bottom of the bone inside the hoof wall, to the ground. And so it might be that that's a big part of his problem. I don't know that for sure until we try to repair it. But there are glue-on shoes, pads, techniques of encouraging a greater thickness of sole.
Okay.
And also we can remove some heel once we have more foot to work with, and that might make a difference in the comfort level of this leg.
Right.
So there is a problem here, but it looks to me like it might be improved upon, maybe fixed, but it would always require some maintenance to keep him that way. Now, the diagnosis of ring bone is osteoarthritis of one of these two joints in the hoof. So there's the proximal pastern joint and the coffin joint of the distal bone. So that would correspond to that bone, that joint, or this joint. So diagnostically, we want to look at the radiographs and say, is there any evidence of bony injury or cartilage injury that will show up on these films? And if you look at this radiograph, you can see that there is an area right here at the top of, so this is P1, P2, and P3, the name of the phalanx, number 1, 2, and 3. That's how these bones are designated. That portion there looks a little pointy, but it's not really so horrendous. And I think this radiograph was taken in an effort to sort of get all of that, as much information as you could. And so that's not the ideal projection to really evaluate that joint. You can see how this joint surface and that joint surface are not lined up exactly. So we're seeing it at a little bit of an angle. So that might be some artifact making that look worse than it is. And when we look at these other stuff, say this film, this is directly front to back.